What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with another video on Godzilla vs. Kong. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the videos. At the 100,000 subscriber mark, we will be giving away a pretty damn cool prize. So as we know, this movie has been delayed until 2021, but don't worry guys, I'm going to keep you up to date with all the latest and greatest Monsterverse stories. So what we're going to do in today's video is go over the Sayaka, I hope I'm saying your name right, leaks, because everyone seems to think this person is the most reliable source for information. But what is actually interesting is I was contacted by someone that went to the test screening for this, the one they had in LA at the Burbank plot Warner Bros. Studio. So I know if it's real. So it's interesting that we're going to read the questions and then read what Sayaka has to say in response. It is very interesting. So let's go over a few. Can you confirm the snake-looking creature is a frailed scroll crawler? I'm sure it's a new creature, not any variety of a scroll crawler. Okay, we pretty much knew there was a snake-like creature because we've already had the toys come out. Pretty much. So it's asked the question, is that you speculating or based off conceptual art? Just wondering, since the head of a particular angle looks extremely similar to a skull crawler, it even has the same face, not doubting you at all. Just want clarity. Concept art, these creatures don't have a skull face, but they are closer to an original snake. And then there's another question. In the Godzilla vs. Kong synopsis, it mentions that Monarch is going to reveal the origin of the Titans. What will it look like in the film? Or will they just show the hollow earth or tell about the evolution of species? We'll reveal more secrets about Kong vs. Godzilla. Considering the movie is 1 year away, there are many questions I don't want to answer, such as winning and losing Godzilla and Kong, which will reduce everyone's enthusiasm too early. Well, we know who wins this fight, don't we? Yeah, yes we do, but I'm not going to reveal it either because that wouldn't make sense. So essentially he gets asked a question here saying, thanks for the update. Godzilla having an orange beam, or maybe Godzilla's spine glowing orange. I've heard there is, I'm not too sure. Then he responds with this, Godzilla will have cool new powers, but I haven't seen the concept art of orange light, which it's pretty darn interesting, these questions. And then he asks another question, and he essentially says, it is true that the new Snake Titan has 4 arms and he can spread fueled by spreading his legs. Its wings, it's for flying. So there is going to be a Titan snake-like that can fly. And it's interesting here where he says, one last question, is the Snake Titan used in the test MG power? Does it fight MG? They fight with Kong. They will fight Kong. So it's interesting. This is one of the most interesting questions here. Thank you for answering. One last question. Is a Snake Titan used to test MJ's power? Does it fight MJ? They will fight Kong. Is the scene in Kong battle a 1v1, then 2v1, then 1v1 where it's just Godzilla and Kong fighting after Mecha Godzilla is defeated? And he responds with 1v1, 1v1, 2v1. Now, it's pretty obviously going to go down like this. There is a clear winner between Kong and Godzilla. One of them is left nearly defeated, and then what happens is a Godzilla comes in and starts attacking the other one that's wounded, and then the other one gets in, and then it's two. Then it's Godzilla and Kong versus Mechagodzilla, and that is pretty much how it goes down. So it is pretty interesting how this Sadaka guy has so much credibility in the community. I don't know where this credibility comes from, but it is interesting. So, another question. Is the aircraft carrier the 2 kaiju fight on a normal carrier, or is it specially made for a high-tech weapon with cargo? Like, normal. It's actually a tribute to 1962. Now, we have seen this particular image in the trailer at CCXP back in December, but Warner Bros. Won't let me add it anywhere. So, interesting. Yes, the concept art for Hong Kong. Kong climbs to a huge building. Godzilla is shooting at him, which is insane. So it does all this confirms is there is Mechagodzilla in the movie, and Godzilla is attacking cities, so to speak. Now, it is interesting. I will leave the link down below for you guys. So what else can we talk about from this leak? Stocker, do you know something about Mechagodzilla thing? Mechagodzilla does not appear in this battle. But does he though? You know, but does he though? And then he goes on to say, I've seen the action sequence of the Hong Kong War. The battle between Godzilla and Kong is about 5 minutes. It's a completely continuous action sequence that does not switch to the human story. Godzilla looks like an absolute beast, very violent. Now that is being confirmed by multiple sources. That story came out a while ago. Now, guys, if you can let me know down below who this Sadaka guy is. He seems to have a lot of credibility with a lot of other creators in this space. I just don't know who he is. He seems to get a lot of props. So I thought I'd go over this because this post seems to have a lot of questions from this certain individual, and I thought it was pretty interesting to go over what he was saying. As a lot of what he says does line up with what we've been told happened at a test screening. Now, I guess you're going to ask, Warstu, why don't you just reveal what happened in said test screening? The reason I won't do that is because of how the internet works, and if I was going to drop a spoiler review of what I've been told, Warner Bros would pretty much strike the video straight away. I've seen this happen to other content creators on the platform. It does happen a lot. I've had videos strike down before for literally no reason. So that's the reason why I won't go into the exact deets. But there is an overall winner completely, and Mechagodzilla does appear completely. So there are some other questions here that are pretty interesting. It's like a Q&A without you actually asking me. So this is a question: where exactly does the armored Godzilla toy fit into the plot? I didn't see Mechagodzilla. I don't know what role he played in the movie, but I guess it may be equipped made by human beings. In fact, there's a lot of science fiction elements in this movie. There's also a lot of future text. Kong vs. Godzilla is not as realistic as previous MonsterVerse movies. The level of human technology will remind you of Pacific Rim and the Avengers or Tokyo Godzilla movies. Now, I know that is true. I know he actually probably has seen the test screening, because I was told that this movie is basic, you know, Avengers basic level science and a Pacific Rim ripoff. So the fact that he's just said that kind of tells me that he is onto something. So some other questions that I find interesting. Will we see some new Titans that we didn't see in Godzilla 2? Will Godzilla have white dorsal plates? There will be new Titans, but I don't know their names. Okay, yep, I've been told that as well. At least the shapes of the dorsal plates in the same place as KOTM, King of the Monsters. As for the color, I don't know. The thing is with test screenings is, even if a test screening is successful, things will be changed before the final release. Usually test screens happen without CGI. It's a engagement to engage what people think. So that's a pretty long question there, but I'm just going to say the answer. MJ can fight Godzilla at close range or use powerful energy weapons. I presume he means Mechagodzilla. So yeah, it pretty much confirms that Mechagodzilla's in the movie. I've already told you that there is a massive fight in a city. We pretty much know that. But he did, I mean, these are back from March, so they're not really that new. I may have to leave for a while, friends. I should be back after the trailer, so it is interesting. I like I say, I don't know who this is, but the fact that what he's saying is lining up with what I've been told multiple times by a few different people. So yeah, so that is another reason why I won't reveal everything I know, because he's literally saying what I've been told so far without going into more deets. And you know what Warner Bros and other big companies like, if you do drop something, I do literally have the whole movie. And I got some comments on the video, people saying, why do you want to ruin the movie for yourself? Because it's like reading a book. You read the book, you don't know what it's like unless you actually watch it. So we're going to leave it here. I will leave the link down below for you MonsterVerse heads, as it is pretty reliable. So as for the trailer, it was supposed to be coming out during the San Diego Comic-Con stay at home event. which is going to be running the same time that San Diego Comic-Con would have been running. Now, I've been hearing some rumblings that the trailer could be coming out in July, around the 17th, along with Dune in 2020, which is still coming out in December. So it is likely we will be getting a trailer very soon for Godzilla vs. Kong 2021. Just because the movie comes out next year does not mean Legendary Pictures and Warner Bros. Pictures will not start promoting this movie. They want to do great, and if they give themselves a full year to promote it, more people will be anticipating the Clash of the Titans, the movie of the century, and then them bringing out next year makes more sense because the cinemas will be back to normal. So like always, guys, let me know what you think of these leaks. I will put them down below. But like I say, guys, it's nothing that I haven't really said before, but I don't have as much credibility as Sudoku has. I have no idea who he is, but a lot of people seem to think that he's legit, so I'm pretty sure he must be. There's a lot of websites that source him. A lot of people do source him as a very credible source. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.